afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Nick Kyrgios. Please, as always, raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking your question. We'll just start off. Nick, first Grand Slam semi-final. How are you feeling?
Yeah, as I said on court, I never thought that I would be here. The ship I thought was gone, especially where I was a couple of years ago. But obviously, everything I've overcome, I'm feeling really, really proud of myself and the team and the level I'm playing. And, today was not easy at all. He was, extremely, extremely good.
Simon?
Simon Briggs, Daily Telegraph. Before we ask you about the tennis, Nick, I feel like we need to ask you if you have any response to the court summons and how the whole situation has affected you.
Yeah, obviously I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of things I want to say, kind of my side about it. But obviously I've been advised by my lawyers that I'm unable to, to say anything at this time. So I understand that everyone wants to kind of, ask about it and all that, but I can't give you too much on that right now.
Can you take us through it all, how what happened in the last 24 hours may have affected you, thrown you off, or how you got through yesterday and what was going through your head going onto the court, knowing that we're all going to ask you about it, the crowd's all probably thinking about it, they've all read about it. What is the experience? What has the experience been like, and how has it affected you?
Didn't really affect me at all, to be honest with you. Obviously seeing it, I'm only human. Obviously I read about it, and obviously everyone else was asking questions, and it was hard. It was hard to kind of just focus, on the kind of the mission at hand was quarterfinals of Wimbledon today, and I know deep down that that's what I was prepared for, and it didn't really affect my preparation at all. I knew that I was stay true to myself and give my best performance today.
Hi Nick, big congrats, Joseph Regal, tennis head. After you won, you sat in your chair and you stayed there for a good couple of minutes. You've said previously this week, that there's often a million thoughts running through your head. What was going through your head right then?
Just how things can change. There was a point where, I was almost done with the sport. Obviously, I posted this year about, the kind of mental state I was in 2019 when I was at the Australian Open with self-harm and suicidal thoughts and stuff. And I'm sitting there today after the match, and to be a semi-finalist at Wimbledon, it's a special accomplishment for anyone. But I think especially for me, I don't think anyone would have, if you asked anyone if I was able to do that the last couple of years, I think everyone would have probably said no. He doesn't have the mental capacity, doesn't have the fitness capacity, doesn't have the discipline, all that. So I just, I almost started doubting myself, with all that traffic coming in and out of my mind. And I just sat there today and soaked it all in. And it's just so many people I want to thank. But at the same time, I feel like I don't want to stop here either.
Nick, Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. Given what you just described, beyond this fortnight at Wimbledon, how would you describe your road to your first major semi-final?
Rocky. But honestly, I'm so proud of just, honestly, at the start of the year, I didn't even know if I wanted to really play, a proper schedule at all. I don't really play a proper schedule now, but, I've obviously had thoughts the last year and a half that, whether I wanted to play anymore, lost the love, lost the fire, lost the spark. And then some things just changed in my life, and I don't know, I kind of just rediscovered, that I've got a lot of people that want me to play and I play for, and I've got a lot left in the tank. I feel like I'm probably playing some of my best tennis, mentally feeling great. So it's been a long road. I mean, it was, I think, a 7-8 year gap to make a quarterfinal here from my first one. So it's been a heck of a ride.
Darren?
Hi Nick, Darren Walton, AAP. Mate, we don't know the last quarter-final result, but can you just talk about the potential matchups and how special it might be if you do play Rafa? You've had a couple of great matches with him here, and also potentially playing the two best players in the world, without Medvedev, to win the title.
Yeah, obviously it would be pretty special to play Rafa here. We've had some absolute battles on that centre court. He's won one against me and I've won one against him. So obviously we know two completely different personalities, and I feel like we respect the hell out of each other though. So I feel like that would be a mouth-watering kind of encounter for everyone around the world. You know, that would probably the most watched match of all time. I would argue that. But Fritzy on the other hand, you know, he's been my team world, you know, compatriot, and he's a hell of a player. Serves massive, extremely confident in his ability, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to pull that out. He's a great, you know, he's won Indian Wells. He's proved that he can play on the big stage. But look, I don't care who I play, to be honest. I know that I got to there's a lot of work that needs to go in from now and tomorrow, and then when I step out on that centre court again, I need to make sure my body's right.
Hi Nick, yesterday you were approached by reporters after your practice session. I think you said you felt like you were on the last dance. What did you mean by that?
I wasn't actually talking to the reporter. I was walking with my physio, and we rewatched The Last Dance documentary, and yeah, that's it.
Nick, I think you described your win over Brandon as like a good performance mentally.
Yep.
And I think today you might say the same thing. Is that in comparison or in contrast to what happened against Tsitsipas, which was obviously a very fractious match? And have you made a conscious effort to try and, I don't know, focus yourself in a different way during matches? I
mean, look, I think my mental performance against Tsitsipas was amazing. You know, given the fact that with everything going on in that match, and I was still able to maintain good level and that competitiveness, I felt like that was almost the most difficult, you know, because a lot of things could have taken my focus away. But against, obviously, today, I was not expecting Garin to have that level of tennis on the grass courts. Obviously, we know how capable he is on the other surfaces, but my God, that forehand return is going to give me nightmares. I came out first game and he hit like 3 winners off my serve, and I feel like I've got one of the best serves in the world, and I was like, this guy's good. So I'm really happy with the way I returned today, happy with the way I competed, because he's a hell of a player.
Hi Nick, Yasmin Said from The Express. Emma Raducanu's just tweeted an NK with a magic wand, which I assume is about you. Have you ever had any interactions with her, and are you flattered to get that response from her?
I haven't had much communication with Emma before. I feel like I've kind of stuck up for her a bit in the media with, you know, kind of some of the stuff that older legends kind of love to just throw shade and have their opinions on young players, young important players. You know, she's obviously going to be one of the most important players on the WTA Tour for a very long time, and she's obviously capable of winning a Grand Slam at 19. I mean, I don't even know how old she is exactly, 19 I think, so she's very capable of doing that again. So I'm glad that, you know, I have those supporters, and I'm happy, you know, if she loves watching my tennis, that's great. And, you know, I enjoy watching her tennis as well. But I think that was just a bit of payback for how much I've kind of stuck up for her in the media.
Yeah, hi Nick. Sorry to bring up this issue again. What do you think about the timing of receiving the summons during Wimbledon, and will you be going to court as ordered?
Look, I understand you want me to give you the answers, but I can't speak anymore on the issue.
Did you know before Wimbledon started, or did you learn yesterday like the rest of us?
Do you want me to sound like a broken record?
I'd like an answer if you can.
I can't.
I think he's explained, sorry, that he can't answer anything on that. Hector?
Hector Nuns, the sportsman. Nick, in your interview before the tournament even started, I think when you were asked what you needed to do to string a few together in a slam, which you've done now, the furthest you've ever gone, and you basically just said, get some rest. Is it been as simple as that, or has there been other bits and pieces that have contributed over the last couple of weeks?
I just feel like I'm more mature. You know, I think early in my career, if I made a third, fourth, or quarterfinals, I'd be, you know, on my phone a lot. I would be engaging online a lot. You know, would be keen to go out to dinner and explore, or just do things to kind of, you know, not necessarily soak in, you know, the achievement, but just, you know, not conservatively just go back to my house at Wimbledon with my team and just put my feet up and get treatment and eat and get good rest. I think everyone has the same goal in my team. That's why it's working. You know, we all know what we've come here to do. You know, I made it pretty known to them that I wanted to go pretty deep here and possibly even raise the trophy. You know, I've made that pretty known. So I feel like it's literally just been as simple as get some rest. Like, Nick, stay in the house. Like, that's not always been the easiest thing for me over my career.
Hi Nick, Will Ryder. Give a man a mask and he'll become his true self. Could you just touch on what those words mean to you?
I feel as if just with anything these days, people are so afraid to just open up or how they're feeling. For me, it was mental health, obviously. I personally didn't think that Nick Kyrgios was able to feel how I was feeling years ago, obviously with, you know, the dark thoughts and, you know, the self-harm. And, you know, if I wasn't Nick Kyrgios, I probably would have opened up about it a lot sooner. And I feel like if people anonymously, you know, told you how they felt, they would do it a lot. People would open up a lot more. But I think, I wanted to be the ambassador for people to just be themselves, no matter who you are. You know, be comfortable in your own skin, believe in yourself. And I don't want people to hide anymore. Just, it's okay to be, you know, what colour you are, whatever. Just be yourself.
When you played Nakashima, even though you were very focused, you still had a couple of tweeners and underarm serves, and you didn't do one what I would call a trick shot today. I mean, is that a reflection of where you are in the tournament, or just the way you were feeling, or what?
I definitely felt a bit more pressure today. You know, obviously uncharted territory, moving into the semi-finals of a Grand Slam for the first time. But I don't think I've been kind of favourite, you know, in many matches at a Grand Slam at this stage. You know, every time I've made it to the quarterfinals or fourth round, I've played like Andy Murray in his prime or Raonic in his prime. Like, I never felt like I was the one to, you know, come off that match court with a win. And how it's been in my fourth round and today, I felt like I've, you know, been expected to kind of go on the court. You know, I think everyone, when I played Nakashima, wanted me to go on the court and just get it done in a 3 or 4 set, you know, kind of comfortable. But I found myself locked in a 5-set battle. And today, I think everyone, you know, my record on grass, you know, Garin's probably least favourite surface. You know, everyone's, Kyrgios probably going to win that. And the score does not reflect how tough that was today. Look, I'm always going to play a tweener here or there when, you know, I want, I guess. But today I just felt like I was on the back foot so much that I couldn't afford to play shots like that today, to be honest.
How would you compare the sense of satisfaction and pride you're feeling right now with all the other wins in your career?
Yeah, I feel good. But as I said, like, I'm not a type of guy to walk out of this room and tell everyone about my results and stuff. You know, I like to just perform and then just go back and relax and chill, play games and just have fun. Like, it's at the end of the day, it is a tennis match. You know, it's not everything to me. You know, I love so many things. I love just playing basketball with my mates. I love just hanging out, having dinner. So, like, yeah, it's great. It's a great accomplishment, but it's not something that, like, means everything to me. Where, you know, some tennis players would be sitting in this chair and be like, this is the moment I was waiting for my entire life. And that's okay too. People are different. But for me, obviously I'm happy. There's a lot of hard work and there's a lot of things I had to overcome to get here. But when I go to bed tonight, I just want to just be Nick Kyrgios, be normal.
Okay, last one here. Yeah.
Nick, Tony Jones from 9. Fascinating story with your mum in the paper yesterday and how she can't watch your matches and she waits for the text messages to come through. Do you get to break the news to her when it's good news, or and you obviously have a great dialogue with your mum?
Yeah. Obviously, my mum's health has been a bit rocky over the last, you know, I mean, it's been pretty bad for a while now. And obviously, she's not able to kind of come to these, you know, she's not allowed to travel that much, but even Australian Open, she won't come to my matches because she's got like a pacemaker and stuff. It's too stressful and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I try and talk to her. You know, she'll wake up in the morning and say, oh, I just saw the live scores. You know, it looks like you had a tough match. And I'm just like, you have no idea, obviously. But, you know, I'm just glad she's able to kind of keep an eye on me from home. Obviously, it'd be amazing for her to be here. But, you know, she's obviously dealing with a lot of things and she's got to make sure my dogs are fed at home as well. And we just had, you know, my brother just had a kid 5 days ago, George. So it's been a pretty eventful couple days for Mr. Kyrgios. So yeah, hopefully mum's watching this and she's proud.